So, today we're going to talk about something that your nervous system needs in order to feel regulated. This is a very vital component of self regulation. This is a vital component in order to become balanced in every area of your life, in every situation of life. If we had more of this one thing, we would not have misunderstandings. Today, we're going to talk about clarity. We're going to talk about what clarity is and how we can get it. So, clarity by definition is the quality of being easy to understand, see, or hear. It describes thoughts, words, sounds, or things that are free from confusion, dark spots, or blur. Now, in life, we will have many situations where clarity is not readily available. Now, we can seek out clarity, which we should always seek out clarity, but oftentimes clarity is not readily available. So, since we are living life with other humans, and some humans prefer to not provide clarity, some humans will purposely not provide clarity. Some humans, they just don't feel that it's a necessary thing. So in those type of situations, you must seek out clarity. You have to ask and sometimes demand clarity in order for your nervous system to become balanced and regulated. Otherwise, you will have the opposite of clarity, which is confusion. And we all know who's behind confusion. The enemy is behind any form, any state of confusion. It is authored by the enemy. Anything of truth, anything of clear, precise, conciseness is of God. So with clarity, you want to have clear understandings of what you are dealing with. You want to be able to understand both perspectives. You want to be able to understand what you are walking into, what are the rules, what are the expectations, what are the guidelines. You want to have understanding so that you will not have misunderstandings. Misunderstandings can lead to many other things. So you want to have understanding. You want to have clear understanding. You want to make sure that you are hearing things properly. You want to be clear on what you heard, because sometimes someone can say something in particular, but that's not what you heard. So you want to be clear on what you heard. So this is being clear on communication. You want to make sure that what you are seeing is accurate. So you want to be clear to make sure that whatever that it is, whatever that the situation is, whatever that comes in front of your eyes, you want to make sure that you are seeing it properly. Much like if you have a glass of water. If you have a clear glass, you can tell if it's water versus if it's Sprite or some type of soda, because you can see bubbles in it. but you want to be clear on what we are looking at. You want to be clear on how you feel as well. This is one of the trickiest parts because most people are not clear with themselves. They're not honest and truthful with themselves, so they will not be clear, honest, or truthful with you. So, this is what makes it a little more nuanced because we are living in a world with others, and that's a variant factor. When you're dealing with other people, that's it's a little tricky. As I stated, when they are not truthful, honest, or clear with themselves, then we kind of can't expect for them to be clear, honest, and truthful with us. So when we are living in a world where people are delusional and they like to project illusions, and they like to do this little nice nasty game where I'm really, upset, so I'm gonna throw a little jab and I'm gonna poke the bear, but I'm gonna throw the rock and hide my hand and act like I didn't throw a little jab or poke the bear. And if you react to my slick slide treatment of you, then now you are the one. I can point the finger at you now, and you are the one that's a little out of pocket. So this is the type of world that we're living in, where up is down and down is up and left is right and right is left. It is all topsy turvy. I don't know what type of time that this is that we are living in, but it's not clarity. It's not clear. This time that we're living in is not clear. So this is why we must understand, we must know, we must be able to put a name to things such as clarity so that we can recognize it and so that we can begin to demand it. Because if not, we will forget that we are living in an upside down world, and we will begin to succumb to how the world is moving now. We will begin to become of the world. But we are in the world. We must not become of the world. So it is important that we keep clarity, and we keep the fact that we need clarity. We remember that we need clarity because in order to be emotionally mature, your nervous system has to be regulated. You cannot have someone who has a chaotic, confused nervous system and expect to have emotionally mature reactions and conversations and behaviors and things of that nature from that person. That will not be. That is not what you will receive. You will receive confusion. You will receive chaos, because if it's not of clarity, then it will be of the opposite. And even if it's not of the opposite, meaning confusion and chaos, even if it doesn't quite turn into confusion and chaos immediately, if you don't have clarity, whatever area that is not clearly defined, it can be easily taken over by confusion and chaos. A prime example is in many books dealing with finances and dealing with, money, then they tell you that you have to tell your money where to go. So when you get a paycheck, then you have to allot certain amounts to different areas and different bills and things of that nature. So you are telling your money where to go. You are being clear, you are being precise, you have a plan, you are being disciplined. All of these things takes emotional maturity. All of these things will help to balance your nervous system, because now you are not wondering, you are not confused, you are not trying to figure out. You are at ease, you feel in the flow, you just know that it's going to work because you have a plan. So clarity is your plan, that's your blueprint. Clarity is your your rules, your instructions, your bylaws, and your guidelines. Clarity is needed, especially in this world, because we are dealing with so much chaos and confusion on a daily basis. So let's keep these things in the forefront of our minds, so that it won't get lost in the sauce. It won't get lost in the sea of illusion. So until next time, stay vigilant and let's be clear.